Why am I always the unlucky one in love? I thought this was me all the time. Here's what no one tells you about being unlucky in relationships. It's not bad luck. It's emotional patterning. You see, you learn to crave chaos when you were younger. You got used to proving your worth, earn your love instead of receiving love. And you're not broken. You were programmed to earn love. But the good news is you can rewire it. See, when I stopped chasing unavailable men and started attracting love from a place of safety, everything changed. It wasn't magic, it was subconscious healing. You do not need more dating advice. You need a new inner blueprint. And this is why my ebook empowers you to take a different approach to dating apps. And I know this to be true because I was stuck on dating apps for 8 long years. And I thought it was the dating apps. I thought there was no good men in my town because I'm in a smaller town. I thought all the men were toxic or damaged over the age of 40. Like I thought, but it's got nothing to do with that. It's in here. Your heart has an energetic block around it. Because if you had to, in your childhood, earn love, if you had to prove, especially did you have to fight for attention with your brothers or sisters? Or I was an only child, but I grew up without a dad, and so I made all these beliefs up, thinking I'm not good enough to have a father around, and I also had a stepdad too, and he was always like, you've got to go to university, and you've got to get good grades, and you've got to finish year 12, you've got to get to university. And so in my head, I had to prove my love, prove my worth to him to get his attention and to get his approval. And so I grew up then, growing up as an adult, and I was always attracting toxic relationships. I had a marriage, but he ended up being a controlling alcoholic, and then stuck on dating apps for 8 long years, attracting situationships, cheaters, ghosters, booty calls. And something had to change. And that was when I realized I needed to change me in here, as well as taking a different approach to the dating apps, getting clear on exactly what I wanted and what I would not put up with anymore. It was a game changer. It's down on my ebook, and the link is in the bio. There's also a heart healing taster session if you want to get a feeler and a taster of what it's like to work with me, because I do a one-on-one session, and in just one session can be so profound, the transformation. I had 2 sessions with a client just recently, and they went from being with not so much a toxic guy that they let go of, and after the second session with me, they found their man who had been a friend all along. He was like in front of them all along, that they had friend zoned, but they hadn't been wired to attract love and safety. And then she found, after the session with me, the second session, she said, it was just incredible, and he's everything she's ever wanted. So there's such a difference, and that's what I got as well. I've got an emotionally available man who's so amazing, and I know this can be for you, and I want this for you as well, because if I was stuck on 8 dating apps for 8 long years, then I know, and things change for me, it can definitely change for you.